We're visiting Ilyana Torokova and Aliosman Aliosman, two Bulgarians living in Germany. They've been here for 7 years. They have steady jobs and residence permits. Their apartment in Offenbach is one of the better ones. Electricity in the two-room, 45-square-meter flat actually works, but they pay a steep price for it.
550 to 600 euros a month. That's a lot.
Do you want to stay, or are you looking for another flat?
I'm looking, but when people hear I'm from Bulgaria, that's it.
The view from the apartment is certainly not inviting. They aren't economic refugees. Like most Romanians and Bulgarians who come to Germany, they're not on welfare. In fact, the number of welfare recipients from these nationalities is far below the German average. Markus Schenk is the head of the community center and a field social worker. He knows that the situation in his town hasn't changed since Bulgarians and Romanians have been allowed access to the German labor market.
Since January 1st, we've seen that people are still coming in. But the numbers aren't remarkably high, and nothing is obviously different on the street either.
Official figures show 87 Bulgarians and 51 Romanians have moved in since January, fewer than last year. The tide that politicians warned of is really more of a trickle. But the populistic debate over immigration has led to political action. Towns like Offenbach now receive more funding from the federal government. Matthias Schulze-Böing at the job center is pleased. The immigrants come to him looking for work or to apply for welfare.
In recent years, federal funding was more likely to be cut. For us, too. If we can't provide quality services because we're not properly staffed, then we can't take care of these immigrants as well as is necessary.
Someone should set the immigrants' employers right, though. These Bulgarian men are working for pittance wages. 4 euros?
I work for 4 euros an hour.
On construction sites?
Yes.
Do you have a business license? Are you self-employed?
Yes, I've got documents.
Business?
Yes.
That's right. It's normal for the men to register here that they are self-employed and then work as a subcontractor for at least one company. In legal terms, it's a bit of a scam because they're really an employee. You could prosecute. Why they don't, I can't say, but it happens rarely.
But it's no secret. On public construction projects, governments actually profit from the workers' low wages. Markus Schenk heads for a cafe.
Let's go speak to people here in this cafe.
Offenbach is the town in Germany with the largest proportion of immigrants. This Turkish kiosk owner has been watching the transitions for years.
With the Bulgarians coming here, it's getting to be a problem, officially.
Do you have a problem with it?
I don't have a problem with anyone. The street is how it is. We've got gypsies, Romanians, Bulgarians.
His customers aren't as tolerant. This man from Serbia says he'd sort out the situation.
I work for a security service. The Romanians and the Bulgarians, especially the Bulgarians, are lots of work for us.
What do they do?
Steal, try to rob people at knife point or some other weapon.
In your opinion, what has to happen?
Plenty. They should go back home.
For these two people from Romania, seen on the right, there's no question of returning home, even if they're having trouble with their landlord here.
We've always paid the rent to the building superintendent in cash, but he never gave us receipts. Now we're supposed to move out. We've already heard from the court. The superintendent is Romanian too.
Well-educated Romanians aren't necessarily doing much better. An engineer and a history teacher are attending this German course. One works as a courier, the other on construction sites. There's still a ways to go to fulfill their dream of a better life in Germany.